Hello, you beautiful people. It's your boy, Arik Blackwood here. Welcome back in, and we are on our final pillar of the Metamorphosis Society. So excited. I know it's been a little bit of a journey, but you know what? I really wanted you to tune in and see what this is going to be about. And honey, I don't do some surface level bullshit. I go deep. Honey, we balls deep in this stuff because I know that is the answer. I had to go balls deep in my life to go through all this muck. I'm going to take you down there too, so we can all elevate and have fun doing it, okay? So I commend you watching all that video, but I know you're getting some knowledge out of it because I am just channeling left and right here, dropping the truth bombs and spilling the tea. And I know you're having fun because we're laughing along the way. But the final pillar, I'm gonna need a pillow after tonight. The final pillar is thriving. Woo, honey, I'm so excited. I've entitled this, You Were Never Broken, Start Thriving Now. Okay, you learned in the last one, like, all about like the transformation process was not about fixing, it's about becoming. And thriving isn't some distant reward after you have fixed yourself, because guess what? You're not broken, there's nothing to fix. You're fine just as you are, literally. Society makes us believe we are broken or have to be fixed, that somehow we're not enough just as we are. Just think about that for a second. Like, it is so true. How many times have you started a journey for something and you're just like, I've got to do this, I'm fat, I got to work out, I got to blah, blah, blah. When you come from a place that you're broken, you got to fix something. It is work. When you realize you are not broken, there's nothing to be fixed. Then you realize thriving isn't a destination that you have worked towards. You can start thriving now in the messy, in all the transformation stuff. It doesn't have to be something that you wait on or something that you have to turn into something in order that you deserve all that stuff. I'm here to break the mold for that for you. Like, when you know transforming and the transformation process is about not fixing yourself, it's about stepping into your authentic self boldly, unapologetically. Like, it changes everything. Like, that process can be empowering in itself because you're discovering who you are. You're stepping into who you're meant to be, this powerful, aligned human being. And when you do that, suddenly the transformation process feels like you're thriving. Because guess what? You are. It's not, nothing is a destination. There's never going to be a destination. Like, we all get caught up on a destination. We're like, okay, here's my goal. And I'm going to climb the mountain, and then I get there and then I'm like, okay, where's the next mountain? No, bitch. We're going to stop and we're going to appreciate the view of this mountain and celebrate how far you come before we start climbing the next mountain. Okay? Transformation can be those mountains, but that doesn't mean that, like, when you're halfway up one, honey, you're thriving. You're doing the work. You're showing up for yourself. Like, you don't have to wait until you climb Mount Everest. Honey, you're thriving if you go out and walk a mile tomorrow to prepare yourself for the climb. That's thriving. Because while you're walking, you're going to smile and realize that you are being a better person. You are bettering your body, your mind, your soul, everything. It's not about the destination. It's about the journey. And that journey can be thriving throughout the whole thing. You've been told differently. And I'm here to, again, put on the noise-canceling headphones, tune out the bullshit, and tell you the truth. All right? So that's the big thing. You got to realize the number one thing, the lie that you've been sold, is that you need to be fixed. Conditioned believe we are too much or not enough. Like, oh, you can't be that. You can't be that. You can't, boys can't wear pink. You can't do that. Like, oh, you're being too much. Like, oh, that's too over the top. Oh, are you not being enough? You got to speak up yourself. So it's like, you can't win in this life that society is conditioned by. Like, that you have to be healed or this perfect version to, you know, do that. Fuck off. Like, there's no perfect. Like, you're already a masterpiece, my dear. Like, just own that already, okay? There's no, we might need to chisel little things and all that stuff, but like refinement, but like, you're not a work. You're already the masterpiece, okay? Yeah. And like I said, thriving isn't a destination. It's more like a mindset. Like, and when you realize that, it's like, oh, okay. Remember, like in the last video where it was like energy's everything, and what your thoughts, this is the big thing that you got to get a control over, is what you think about, you bring about. What you think you are, you are. And when you realize destination is more of a mindset, they, like, for example, so many people delay joy because they think we must be fixed first. Like, I can't be happy until I go through therapy and all this stuff. Well, I'm not going to be happy until I have this much amount of money. I'm not going to be happy until I have the Lamborghini. For me, it was, I'm not going to be happy until I have the multi-million-dollar med spa. I get my Mercedes AMG GLA 53, which I love that car. That was my dream car and I got it. And I'm not going to be happy until I can go to Gucci and buy whatever I want and then have this amount of money and have blah, blah, blah and all that stuff. What the fuck is that about? That's such bullshit. I can be happy now without all of that. I'm telling you, money doesn't get happiness. This is a thing that I learned last week, realizing that my mindset about money had to change. Money as a status thing, money, more, blah, 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 Money is a currency for me to be able to purchase human experiences. When I did that, suddenly it changed my whole mindset on that. It really made me be like, it's not for things or status. It's really to have a good human experience. That's a healthy mindset around money. We got to do the same thing when it comes to thriving as well. Like choosing the joy now, even when you don't have the dream job. Choosing happiness now when your bank account is $2.95 and here you've tried to plan a vacation and your bank account's like, bitch, where you going? The backyard? Like you got to choose joy now. It is a mindset. Like, I don't care. Like some of the happiest people that I have ever seen, or sometimes like on the documentaries, like, oh my gosh, like what we would say, like documentaries, like tribal people, like people that they don't even have technology and stuff. Those bitches are happy. They don't have a Walmart or Target or whatever. They're in the middle of like literal nowhere because they have a society that's not conditioned to bullshit. Like they don't need all of these things. They can be happy with what they have. And when you're happy with what you have and you get out of a system that tells you got to be more, consume, so the 1% can fucking have all the goods and hoard it from the rest. Like when you break free from that and realize, no, I can be happy right now. I can own that happiness. I'm in charge of that. I can be Tigger or Eeyore. I can do that right now. I don't have to wait. I don't have to wait to be happy until I get the big med spa. Or this, that, and the other, or to have no, I can choose happiness now. And sometimes when you choose happiness now and you decide to thrive in the moment, in the messy, whatever it is, suddenly you wake up to the fact that you don't need those things. I got the car. I got my dream car. I love that thing. It would suck paint off of somebody. It would try to race me in that thing. Yeah. Did it make me happier? All it did was make me miserable when that car payment came, and like to fill it up with premium gas, it was almost $175. Like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, no. And guess what? I was like, oh, now that I have the car, people are going to think this and the other. No matter what other people think. Other people's opinion of you is none of your fucking business. What people think of me and the car I drive is none of my fucking business. The only thing that matters and what is my business is my opinion of me. And right now, like I literally traded that Mercedes for a Jeep Wrangler. I am a Jeep guy through and through. I love a Jeep. I am the happiest when I'm in my Jeep. And right now I have a pink Jeep and her name is Galinda with a G. And she is incredible. And I'm happier now than I was in that damn Mercedes, what I thought I had to be successful. Like, oh, I can't go to an event and show up in a Jeep. Like they're gonna think you're poor. Like you haven't made it, Josh. Blech. Choke on a bag of dicks. That's what I gotta tell you. And I'm literally, suddenly it's like, I don't need all that. I can choose happy now. I don't need $1 million in the bank account. I can be happy now. Happiness and emotions that you're feeling and the mindset that you have, that's better currency than like the paper. You know what I mean? Like wake up to that. Like you can be healing and still be powerful, hunty. You can be learning and still be magnetic. That's me right now. I'm learning. I'm on this journey with you. I might be a little bit further ahead of you. I might be, you might be ahead of me. Who cares? Your journey's your journey. It's not mine. My journey's mine. It's not yours. But that doesn't mean that I can't still be magnetic. I realize that's a superpower of me. I loved connecting with people. And why am I going to wait for that perfect moment to start a community? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to create a community that's real, raw, and authentic now in the learning process. So you can do it with me. You can be in transition and still be thriving, my dear. You can. It's not a destination. You can choose it now. When you shift your perspective that transforming is becoming and not fixing, it changes everything. I'm telling you, it's key. There's a reason why I'm bringing it up in the thriving video like I did the transformation video, because you have to get rid of that limiting belief that you are broken and need to be fixed. No. No. You stop the shaming for being a work in progress. You literally do. You stop the shaming and you celebrate the process instead of just the end result. So many times we get caught up in the journey and the end result and the destination, and we ruin ourselves on the way there. That when we get to that destination, we're the most miserable person. I got to my destination. I had the car. I had the fame in the industry. I was a name in the industry. I had the multi-million-dollar med spa business. I had this, that, and the other. And it was the most miserable cunt in my entire life. Like, showed up to the destination because the journey, I fucking hated. It was all that stuff and just the gotta do more, and not taking a second to be like, look, bitch, you're in the middle of the dream that you used to think, that you used to beg for. And no, it's not enough, boom, 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 boom. And all that pressure on myself, you're not enough, you're worthless, you're this, that, and the other. And I get to the destination, I'm like, I fucking hate this, blah, blah, blah. But you reach your destination. It's because you literally destroyed yourself along the way. Because you didn't stop and realize, hey, I'm actually doing it. I'm thriving. And I didn't have to have all this stuff over here. That's the point. The journey is the point. It's not the destination. I'm telling you. So it's about embodying the person you are becoming now, not waiting until you're right there to start thriving. That was a note to myself. Like, this is about you, Auric, embodying the person you are becoming now, not waiting until you thrive or you get there to start thriving. I'm already the successful person that's created a wonderful community that travels all over the world, is the #1 motivational speaker requested around the world. That's this, that, and the other. I'm that person now. All that other stuff will come in divine flow and in divine timing. I am that person. I'm not broken or fixed, and I will tweak and chisel away to be even better, but I'm that person now. I'm not broken. I am that person now. And that's what you got to realize. You want to be the CEO of a company? Start acting like it now. You want to be that dancer? Act like it. And it's not that I hate that fake it till you make it. You ain't faking shit. You're just being. When you are in alignment, you are energetically the frequency of the things that you desire. They will come back to you. And it's easier to do aligned action, not just action, to show up. If you know the person you want to be, the next step is what does that person do on the daily? What is that person who is the CEO of the company? Like for me, I look at like 2 years from now, the person that like, boom, boom. That's who I am now. What are the daily actions of that person? That is what I write down. Because I know the actions of that. But you know why I know the actions of that? Because I'm already that person. I know what it is. I surround myself with people that are like-minded, that are doing the things that I want to do, that are doing things better than me, that are doing things that are on maybe chapter 30 and I'm on chapter 3 over here. And then I start doing those daily activities, keep my head down and boom, 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 and I am that person now. And all of a sudden you'll look up and you'll be in that dream that you once dreamed. It's a reality. But you can't help but do that. That is literally the law of attraction. Plain and simple. You don't have to wait to become that person. Be that person now. And one day you'll look up and you'll have everything you desire around you. That is thriving in the now. You don't have to wait. You're not thriving when you get the car, you get the dream job and all that stuff. You're thriving now, bitch. You're thriving now. So the thing is, if we know that thriving is a destination, and while we're going through the transformation process, that we're thriving now, what does that look like? What does thriving look like during the transformation? Like, what did that look like for me? Like, that was loving myself and loving on myself through the process. Like, not judging myself, like, honey, judge Judy. And I'm a gay man, and honey, we are some judgy ass bitches. But it allowed me to be like, stop the damn judgment. Like, you don't like, why? Judging yourself just makes it harder on yourself. And the last thing I want to do, if I'm running a marathon and I want to win first place, do I want to put leg weights on and like the arm weights and weigh myself down? No. Well, that's fucking judgment. Let it go. Stop judging yourself. It's just making it worse. There's no judgment needed. The world judges you enough. Fuck that. Stop being critical of yourself. And love on yourself. You don't wait till you get there to do that. Give yourself some grace and give yourself some love. Talk to the person in the mirror how you talk to your friends and you support them. Why are you not doing that to yourself? That's how you can thrive during this transition process, this transformation process. Letting joy exist now. It's in the small moments. It's in the journey. It's how you show up and just appreciate, be like, you know what? Today, I got out of bed and put my panties on. And that's all I got accomplished. Well, you know what, bitch? You showed up for yourself. You put them panties on, and hell yeah, you did one step today. And if that's all you got, then fucking celebrate it. It's all about the journey and the small wins. We think it's got to be the big things, and it's really not. It's really the small things in life. What are you going to remember on deathbed? That car? Or are you going to remember the time that, like, this will get a laugh out of somebody in this room, the time where you almost fall down the steps at Carberry Tower and she almost peed herself? She'll remember that for life. She's not going to remember the biggest paycheck of her life. I mean, she might, but like, she's going to remember that moment. It's the small things that matter. It's not this big bullshit stuff, the pressure that you're putting on yourself. Thriving in the now, in the transformation, is radical self-trust. Knowing you're on the right path even when it is messy as fuck. Like, trusting yourself. We are in a society, in a world that teaches you can't trust yourself. Well, I'm telling you, this new way of thing, start trusting yourself. Even when it's hard, know that you're guided. Know that the disruption came for a reason. The awakening happened. You woke up to it for a reason. And you got to go through the transformation process. And when you know that you are being divinely guided, suddenly you don't have to worry. And you can replace worry with joy, happiness, contentment, all this stuff that's good for you. And embodying your power. You've got to own that shit, honey. Own your transformation process. The big thing a lot of times is like, we apologize for it. What do you got to apologize for? No, own it. Stand in that power and make it something that is powerful. A transformation is a delicious thing. It's not got to be something that you look down upon. Enough of that. The message here, again, what did we say last time? You are already enough, Auric. You are already enough. Thriving is not about being perfect. It's about being alive in your journey. Trusting the process. Showing up as your highest self now. Not waiting. Thriving is not a destination, my dear. You have that choice now. Tigger or Eeyore. Okay? You have got to live every single moment. You've got to love every single moment. Fall in love with your life. Fall in love with yourself. Take up the fucking space without apology. You're not too much. You're not too little. Here's the thing. Next time he says you're too much, you'll be like, no, am I too much or are you just too basic? When people show up and they're just like, that's not enough, you'll be like, or are you just, nervous system shot and, conditions just some bullshit, and you help them wake up too. Throw them with some knowledge of like, yeah, you messing with the wrong bitch, like Tadra Call says. If you've not listened to that song, honey, it is the theme song for 2025. Yes, queen, it is the energy there with it. Honey, no, that old society, you're messing with the wrong bitch. Moving forward. You are never broken. You're just becoming. Now, here's the key. Part of the thriving and to keep you there is what and who you surround yourself with. All those people that fell apart during an earlier process, gotta go. Let them go. Unapologetically. Nope, peace out, Girl Scout. To allow new people, new energy to come into your life. And sometimes accountability and surrounding yourself with people, it's hard in real life. And that is really why I want to design a space that we could all like-minded individuals come together and have fun. And it's going to be launching. Like, I'm working on it, and it is, I'm falling in love with this. It just really, like, I almost get emotional thinking about it because it's going to be such a beautiful space. Like, instead of going to your social media and doom scrolling, it's a place where you can come and soul scroll. Like, where you can join a community of like-minded individuals that had a disruption, that are awakening, that are transforming, that are thriving, that are in all different types of in all different stages of the metamorphosis. I mean, that's what a metamorphosis is. If you think about it, a caterpillar is going through and it's like, boom, 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 boom. Okay, I'm a caterpillar here. I'm just gonna munch. And it's all of a sudden like, there's more to life than this. All right, I'm gonna go into my chrysalis phase and I'm going to turn into a puddle of goo into my little cocoon here. And that shit's messy. It's disgusting. It's like, ugh. But then all of a sudden, along the way, the butterfly emerges. It's a beautiful thing. Disrupts, awakens, transforms, and it thrives. I literally mimicked these based on the butterfly's journey. And here's the thing, a butterfly can't even see its wings. It's like, oh God, I don't know that I have wings. It just trusts and flies. And I want this to be where not only you can trust that you have wings, but you're surrounded by a bunch of people that cheer you on, like, hey bitch, you got those wings, honey, flap them, go. That is what the Metamorphosis community is going to be about. It's going to be launching, oh yes, on the spring equinox. I'm so excited, you already know. If you want to keep in touch with whenever it launches and get first access to it, you got to make sure to go into the website, sign up for the email blast, and that way you can stay in touch with us that way. It's going to be a beautiful place to hold you accountable, to hold space for you in the messy, to inspire you in the messy, to help you thrive in the messy, to really just uplift you along the journey. And instead of looking at this journey as something that is ick, it is something that is beautiful. And also to remind you that you're not alone. You know, people need support. I mean, that's why they create things like AA. You know, like it holds you accountable. You're around like-minded people, and it's this thing, it keeps you in togetherness. It keeps you in a community. It keeps you thriving. And that's what this, I mean, it's not AA, but what could we call it? Like MA, Metamorphosis Anonymous. The world is waking up. If you've not noticed it, following social media, we're waking up to stuff. So that's why thriving is my last pillar, and it's the most important one. And it's not the destination. It's literally the journey. It's through every stage of the journey. Oh, I love this. I'm so happy for my disruption. I'm so happy that I woke up. And I'm so happy that I realized I can transform for the good, and it's not because I'm broken or need to be fixed. And I'm glad I realized that I can thrive through it all. I'm very thankful for that. So I can help you and remind you of the exact same thing. I love y'all so much already. Leave me some comments if you loved it below. Make sure you like and subscribe. And honey, this is just the tip of the iceberg. We laid the foundation of what I'm about. How do you ain't ready for it, okay? Thanks for joining in.